We are inside, and Siena is wearing sunglasses. Why?
It's Monday, man. I don't know.
The coolest of all days.
The coolest of all days. I was in a real Garfield mood this morning. Man, I ate a ton of lasagna.
Meow.
Hate Mondays.
Yeah.
And also...
Lasagna makes your eyes puffy.
Yeah. All that herb.
Yes. I have... Oh, not the way I make lasagna.
Yeah.
We're really herb it up.
Yeah.
I've seen The Sopranos, okay?
Yeah.
I know how to spice some ziti.
Some ziti.
Some baked ziti.
I got baked.
I've got
ziti.
I've got a pretty good baked ziti recipe. You know what else I've got?
What have you got?
Good books this week.
You know what? I'm gonna take my sunglasses off. They're so good.
Just
don't know why those are correlated.
No,
but...
they may or may not.
Hold on.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Just got 30% less cool, so
yeah.
About comics.
Yeah, now plummeting. The cool just. But yeah, hit us with the first.
Oh yeah, it's me. Yeah, DC Comics. You heard of them? Detective Comics, baby. Big #1 this week, especially for me. I wish I was wearing my shoes. Mr. Miracle #1, a brand new series coming to you from Brandon Easton.
Yeah.
Interior art by Fico Ossio, which, first of all, great name.
Yeah.
And yeah, so like if you've been digging Infinite Frontier, the Mr. Miracle that was in those backup stories that they put in those was Shiloh Norman, who not many people are familiar with. I feel like a lot of people fell in love with the character because of Tom King's run. Yeah. Shiloh Norman didn't really factor into it. He is a character from Jack Kirby's original run. If you have not read it, shame on you.
Indeed.
You have some homework before next week. You gotta go read that. But he's the Mr. Miracle of the future. Yeah. So this is a really good jumping on point. If you don't know Shiloh Norman, maybe you don't know Mr. Miracle, you can just dive right in. And it basically is kind of like his origin story of how Shiloh Norman takes over the mantle of becoming Mr. Miracle.
Yeah, something that even Kirby never got.
Exactly. And there's this new villain who we're not sure who that is.
That's a first appearance.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, maybe.
But he's trying to interrupt both Shiloh being Mr. Miracle, his superhero gig, and his gig as the greatest escape artist in the world.
He's trying to take both his jobs?
Yeah, he's trying to take his job.
Oh,
so we gotta figure out who that guy is, why they're after poor Shiloh Norman. Yeah. And get introduced to the character. I love Shiloh Norman. He was also the Mr. Miracle in like Grant Morrison stuff.
Yeah.
Great stuff. You got a great A cover by Yannick Paquette. Really cool covers on that one. Just really
stark.
Yeah. Eye-catching. And Valentine Delandro does the B cover. So pick it up. I love Mr. Miracle.
Yeah. It's gonna be good. If the Future State backup stories are any indication, and they are, it's the same team. I think it's gonna be awesome. Speaking of,
how else do you follow up Tom King's run? That's you gotta go way in the other direction.
Exactly. Yeah.
So.
I feel like we as much as can be said about Scott Free has been said. So.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what they do with it. I'm also excited for Nightwing 79 second print.
Now, we don't always highlight just books for their covers, but...
Especially for a second print, but this is one of my favorite covers I've seen recently. It is absolutely fantastic. Them climbing up the wall in the different eras of the suit.
It's just so iconic.
Yeah.
It's so iconic. And just really fun and just really classic DC, when you think of classic DC, that's the kind of cover, really fun.
It captures the spirit of this run really well too. It's Brenda Redondo, so the interior artist, and also 79 sold out incredibly quickly. So this is your chance to This is your next chance to take a shot at it. And even if you do have the first print,
look at it.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's covering at least my face.
You don't want
both of our faces. The sunglasses are off.
Yeah, Brockton, just put it over both of our faces for the rest of the show. Exactly. That's what the people want.
Another #1 from DC. Another big book. This is actually an oversized book.
Yeah.
It's back, baby. Milestone.
Yes.
Milestone returns #1. This is a basically new reader-friendly primer on the Milestone characters, which we haven't seen at DC for forever. I mean, like,
decades
you know, it's been a long time. Like the early 2000s, they had that like short-lived Static book.
Right.
Since then, we haven't really done much with those characters, and I don't know if it's just like it's back in the zeitgeist. I mean, like all those early Milestone books are heating up on the back issue market like crazy. And we're talking about maybe doing a live-action Static movie. So DC is like perfect time to bring these back. And of course, who's going to introduce you to the Milestone crew? Reggie Hudlin.
Yes.
Mr. Milestone
himself.
Yeah, you know, one of the big creators from that era of the original Milestone stuff.
Yeah.
You might also know him from his incredible Black Panther run. He's writing it. And the A cover, man, they just got like the all-star team. Dennis Cowan does the A cover.
It looks so classic.
Yeah, so this is an oversized issue, really real reader-friendly, because they know that there hasn't been much done with Milestone in years. They know
that it's been out of print.
And out of print, yeah. So they're like, man, we need to make it so that someone who hasn't read Static before maybe watch the cartoon, which hope you did. It's classic. That was my introduction to Static.
That's mine too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So they're making it real easy for you to jump into comics. So check it out. I mean, just the creative team alone should sell you. Exactly. And if you're missing out on that Static cartoon, check out Static in the comics.
Yeah, be a great jumping on point also for like all the
Milestone. It's not just Static. Yeah, because a bunch of Milestone titles are spinning out. We just did the orders for Static #1, but that's not going to be the only Milestone series that gets resurrected.
Exactly. So it'll be a good chance to see which direction you want to take.
Yeah, who you want to check out.
Yeah, exactly. Moving on to our Image. I'm really looking forward to this one. This is Made in Korea. It's going to be a 6-issue miniseries, and the plot is that there are no more biological children. So we have the first generation of AI children that will eventually be humanity. So they get one chance to get it right, to build these AIs into a complete human soul until biological humans are
wiped out.
Yeah.
That is really cool. It's real heavy.
It's super heavy. It reminds me a lot of Children of Men. You know? Yep. Kind of that overwhelming sense of dread at like humanity will no longer be able to continue in its present form. How do we make our way forward?
What kind of legacy can we leave? Which I think is something that a lot of humans are trying to deal with now, with such an uncertain future. Yeah. Like, what is our legacy? Are we gonna just hop on over to Mars? What are we leaving here on Earth?
Yeah. So all of that seems to be on the mind. It's an Image #1. I can't wait for it. The preview looked really, really good. So. And
the cover, creepy, like really.
It's so creepy.
Yeah, like it's like almost like a propaganda poster. Also like that sci-fi.
Kind of some uncanny valley.
Yeah.
Like, ooh.
Yeah.
Look, it's kind of dead-eyed and that one's going to be awesome. Definitely check that one out.
Speaking of Image, you can't talk about Image without talking about the Todd father himself, Mr. Image. New issue of Spawn 318. Now we ordered real up on this book because this is the direct lead-in to Spawn Universe #1.
Right.
Obviously, one of the huge announcements a couple months ago was that, you know, Spawn has always just been, it's the longest running creator-owned book. We just celebrated that with Spawn 301. But there haven't been really a ton of spin-offs, and there haven't been a ton of different creators hopping on the book. I mean, Todd's co-written with people, you've got some different artists on there, but we haven't seen somebody else's vision take the reins. So Spawn Universe, that is, you get to see people like Donny Cates do a Spawn book.
Yeah.
Like, I'm stoked on that. So this is the issue that's meant to bridge the gap between those Spawn Universe minis and one-offs that spin out of just the mainline Spawn book.
Cool. So this is like sort of the starting point.
Yeah, this is the starting point.
Getting into the rest of the Spawn universe.
And we've had a ton of people, like a bunch of 90s guys who haven't been like, they've been checked out of comics for years, and they're like, Spawn, all right, I'm back, baby.
King spawn, you said?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's got some great covers. Tauntaun Revolver on the A. Bjorn Barons is a beautiful B cover, and of course you have Todd McFarlane on that C cover. And I love Image. I love you guys. Shout out. You are one of the most, if not the most, retailer-friendly publisher in the game. Sending us those 1 in 5 black and white McFarlanes.
Those are awesome.
They're really good. I love seeing like the inks on McFarlane's work.
It's so clean.
Especially
I don't know
for
how
Spawn.
he does it. Yeah.
So check that out. And that's it for Image.
Yeah. Moving on to Boom. It's back, baby. Something is killing the children after a
hiatus.
It's been a few months actually, hasn't it? Or at least a month. Since the last one was out. The beginning of a new story arc. Something is killing the children. Number 16. We get Erica Slaughter's origin.
Yes,
finally.
The biggest character, obviously everyone's favorite character in Something is Killing the Children, the reason why you're reading it.
Yeah.
We get to see how she became the badass monster hunter that she is in the series.
I respect them for holding this to the vest as long as they have.
I know, number 16.
Number 16, yeah, is when we get the origin story. But we've got some incredible covers. We've got Del Edera on the A cover.
Yep.
Frizzen on the B.
Frizzen on that B, baby.
Just gorgeous. The 1 in 25 is Infante. The 1 in 50 is the Frizzen sketch with the spot coloring on the blood.
So good. We love you, Jenny. Just keep doing Boom variants.
Just keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, all day long. And then the 1 per store is Del Edera again. Fantastic stuff. Looked at some of the interior art. It's going to be a really good.
And this is like a jumping on point.
Yeah.
Like you're getting introduced the origin of the main character. So if you haven't checked out Something is Killing the Children, for whatever reason you don't want to shell out just $10 for the first trade, which I don't know why you wouldn't want to do that. But if you want to only try $4, this is a good place to just dive right in.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Just see if you enjoy it. See if it. I promise you, it is worth going back. But if you need some convincing. Right here.
We finally got the first trade in stock, and Alan ordered like 200 copies, and we're almost sold out.
We're almost out. Yeah. It's. Yeah. I mean, yes, we all push it really hard, but it does largely sell itself.
Yeah.
I mean, once you give people the pitch, like, is it as good as it sounds? Like, no, it's better.
Yeah. So obviously Something is Killing the Children. Boom has been doing a ton of really incredible original series. Honestly, they haven't missed the mark yet, honestly, in some of these new ones.
Yeah.
A similar publishing company that's starting to get that same kind of reputation, Vault Comics. Oh my god. When I read the preview, I got to read the whole first issue. Vault is really good about sending retailers the book before we have to order it. I put in 100 copies at Durham and Cary. I was like, this is going to be something people want. This is written by Christopher Cantwell, who's doing the you know him from
Iron Man,
Halt and Catch Fire, or is that what it's called? I don't watch TV. I'm sorry.
Halt and Catch Fire.
I'm still on Sopranos when we're talking about prestige TV. I haven't got Halt and Catch Fire yet.
We're working them up.
But Iron Man, Doctor Doom, a ton of really great comic stuff. He's writing this. Adam Gorham, who I really like his stuff. He's doing the interior art. He did New Mutants for a while. He's great. This is basically, it's a superhero book, which is Vault doesn't typically do. This is their first superhero book, and they're like, this might be our only one.
Yeah.
We just couldn't pass on it, even though it's not what we usually do. They're known for sci-fi, fantasy. They're like
horror.
This is really good. And I'll tell you, if you're a Tom King superhero, you like deconstructing the superhero. You like your Watchmen, your Mr. Miracle, things like that. This is kind of the cerebral superhero story that you need to read. Basically, it's about this cosmic superhero. He's kind of got an Adam Strange type outfit. Cosmic superhero gets kidnapped by this alien race who basically puts him on trial for humanity's sins, and he has to prove and make a case that humans are worth saving.
I love that.
Yes.
That's
so cool.
Must There Be a Superman?
Yeah.
That has some really classic vibes.
So we are in the hands of Blue Flame, who has to put up his best case and be like, all right.
Who's our defense attorney?
Man, centuries of just awfulness. We got better, kind of. You know, let me point out the good stuff.
What'd you do with your best technology? We made a bomb.
Well, there's this currency, you see, that uses a ton of energy.
And dog is the mascot.
Yeah.
But we pronounce it incorrectly because it's funny.
Listen, hope you don't want to build a gaming computer because you cannot get those graphic cards lately.
No.
Well, no, but I'm so stoked on this. Like, the pitch was great. Yeah. I read that first issue, really gripped me. And, you know, I hate to compare things to other people, but like I said, if you like the Tom King, you like the Watchmen, you like those kinds of stories, you really need to give this a try. And I think we will be talking about Christopher Cantwell in his own right. Like, which we already do, because he does some really solid stuff. Yeah. But, you know, after this book, we won't be comparing him to anyone.
Career-defined.
Yeah, I think so. Great covers. Yoshitani doing that B cover. She's been doing a ton of orderable variants for Vault. Tim Daniel, Nathan Gooden doing those really fun homage variants. There's some really good ones. Richard Pace does the 1 in 15, which is an homage to Marvel Superheroes 10, Secret Wars 10. It's
the
so
Doom
good.
Cover, I like it. I like it a lot.
Christian Ward. We talk about Boom, moving over to Vault. He does a ton of great Boom variants. Yeah. He does the 1 in 30, the 1 in 50, and the 1 in 75. It's that same really striking cosmic image of blue flame. Yeah, 175 has that spot foil.
I love it. Yeah.
So I think this is going to be a huge spec. I mean, it's obviously first appearance, but just like when you have those good books, like Mr. Miracle #1, the week that came out, it was like a $20 book because people just underordered it and everyone wanted to read it. I think that Blue Flame is going to be like that. So I would say, hopefully, your comic shop is smart, like me, opens those emails and actually reads the preview books. Yeah. But if not, I would hunt for this book because I think it's going to be a hot one. I think it's going to be a scorcher.
Yeah. Well, you sold me. You said, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
With well, I've got another one that's back from IDW. Finally. TMNT: The Last Ronin 3.
People have been like every week. People come in and like, when is that coming out?
Yeah, and it's like I don't know, man. It's like I could tell you what Diamond says today, but it could be different tomorrow. It's worth the wait. That's what everybody said. I mean, #2, the wait was much longer between 1 and 2 than 2 to 3.
Oh yeah.
And everybody said that it was well worth it. I mean, the art in the second one was just markedly improved. Third is the same way. It looks like they're really taking their time with this one to tell not only the best turtle story they can, but I think the best turtle story possible. Like it
so
really
good.
Is the height
it
of
really is like
what
the Dark Knight Returns for turtles. Like that was the pitch and they're delivering on that pitch, which is like that's a high expectation to set.
I didn't expect to be captivated by it. You know, I didn't expect it to be fairly moving and like very serious in tone and approach. But #3, I don't need to sell this to you. You're going to pick it up. All I need to tell you is that 1 in 10 is Freddie Williams, the second.
Yes, it is.
Fantastic cover. Come and get your, do people know who The Last Ronin is? I won't spoil it here.
Come and get it.
Come and get the turtle.
For me, kicking off Marvel Comics.
Yeah.
We've been talking about this every episode because it is the big crossover. Obviously, Heroes Reborn, one of the big events. Yeah. But the other big event, taking over the entire Star Wars line from Marvel Comics. It's War of the Bounty Hunters. Mm-hmm. One of the first issues out this week that is a tie-in. It's Star Wars Darth Vader #12. It is a tie-in to War of the Bounty Hunters. So if you're trying to catch them all, you got to get this issue. But also, this is pretty cool because again, this takes place right after Empire. But this is kind of going back in time. This tells the story about the first time Darth Vader learned about the name Han Solo.
I love that.
I know. So I love how they use the Marvel Star Wars books to fill in the gaps and tell you stories you didn't know you wanted. Really excited about this. Aaron Kuder does the A cover, and they've been doing those fun little crimson red variants for all the books in the War of Bounty Hunters. So you get one of those, and there's this is the last Empire Strikes Back movie variants. Because we're over. This is where past Empire Strikes Back now.
That's it's Luke and Leia worn and defeated on the medical ship looking out. Yeah.
So now I get to get my Ewok covers. Coming up, Return of the Jedi, baby. I'm so stoked on the Ewok
I need
introduction.
at least 20 Ewoks covers, at least. Finally, I've got the ending to the Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda and Ta-Nehisi Coates' run on Black Panther in general.
Black Panther number 25, last issue.
Number 25, number 50 overall from his run. Mm-hmm. This is the final issue, a ton of incredible covers. We've got the A cover is Acuna, we've got Estelle Free, Sprat, we've got Bustos, Cabal, Camaro, Casara, Coelho, Momoko, Silva,
Gleason doing
this is insane.
Basically, like not a web head, but almost,
Basically by that, yeah. It was very reminiscent of like the movie, the Black Panther movie poster.
But we gotta point this out on all those variants. A lot of those variants are a specific type of art. They're like the Gleason is the minimalist fine art variant.
Right.
I forget who did there's a pop art.
Yes, there's a pop art. There's a Byzantine
art. So if you have a art history degree, pick up.
This
is your book.
This one. The only problem with this book is going to be picking one.
Yeah, because
I don't think I'm going to be able to pick just one. Probably going to end up with 3. But this is the final entry of Ta-Nehisi Coates' largely praised and celebrated run on the character. So pick that up before end of an era. Thrilled that Ridley is going to be jumping on, but definitely looking forward to seeing how Coates brings it all together. Yeah,
and if you're looking forward to the Ridley run, this is you gotta see how we make the jump. You gotta see how Ta-Nehisi wraps his up.
Brings him back to Earth.
Yeah. Another little Star Wars Bounty Hunters tie-in. This one is Star Wars Dr. Aphra number 10. We find out what sets Aphra on a collision course with Boba Fett. Obviously, Aphra, we first see her. She's defined by her relationship with Vader. So I'm interested to see her play off Boba.
Me too, especially with how similar she is to Han and how much Boba hates Han.
Exactly. There's going to be some sparks in the bad way flying. Sway does that A cover. He has been doing some really good covers.
Unbelievable.
Stay tuned for that Black Cat cover he did. It's so good. We'll have that on a later show. There's again the Crimson variant, and on this one they put a 1 in 25 by Ray Anthony Height, which honestly the Afro 1 in 25s just always money books. Yeah. So check it out.
Absolutely. Next up, I've got Alien number 3 from Marvel. Philip Kennedy Johnson has been absolutely killing it.
It's so good.
We knew that he could write horror because of Last God.
Right.
I didn't know that he would be so well equipped for the Alien franchise.
Oh, me neither.
In particular.
Yeah.
Because he is just like, I feel like the Aliens book that they're releasing will be your more action-packed, your more, this is
the Alien book.
Yes.
This is the horror.
It is tight, it is claustrophobic.
Yeah.
It is everything that the original movie invoked and was, and I've just been loving it.
The covers on these, come on.
Are fantastic.
You're going to read these names off, and it's like, come on.
Hyuk Lee does the A cover. Adam Kubert does that B, that painted where you can like see into his mouth.
It's
and then
really
Philip
good.
Tan
does
on
that
the
1 in 25.
Unbelievable. You can tell everybody that's worked on these covers, you can tell they've just been dying to take a crack at
I'd like to do the Alien cover. I'm sure
I have one.
Once a month they're like, all right, your turn, you know?
Fine, we can get back to the...
We are spoiled.
Yes.
We are very spoiled.
Great series, great covers.
And then we got Black Widow number 7 from Marvel. This is kicking off a new story arc, potentially a new villain. Black Widow has been doing a really good job of, helping Specs while it's out. There's been a lot of new characters, new costume designs in this series. But this is it's also been really good. It's been a really solid Black Widow series. Again, another character we've been blessed with, like, really good runs. We had the Phil Noto run, the Chris Samney run, and now this run has been really good. So, yes, new story arc, potential new villain. So, pick it up, check it out. These all have super low print runs, so.
I ordered up on the trade just released 2 weeks ago.
Exactly.
The first 6 issues.
So, if you want to, pick up number 7, check out how you like the new story arc, and you can grab the trade from Harrison and do your homework.
There it is. I ordered up because it's really good.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I want people to read this run.
And, to further sell you got Adam Hughes on that A cover.
Come on.
doing my Widow.
Yeah.
As he does. 1 in 25 is by Nabetsi Zitro, who I'm not familiar with, but I liked the cover. Again, the 1 in 25 on the last issue is now a $200 book. Because it had a first.
The first costume.
Yeah. And it's just
costume.
incredibly underordered. Like, there's so few out on the market.
Yeah.
So see if you can't track down a Zitro.
We got it. And the last thing we got, Heroes Reborn. Number 4 is out this week, and a bunch of little tie-ins. Yeah.
I think the one.
I'm taking Magneto.
Oh, come on!
Sorry.
All right, then I got this one.
This is a great pitch. So Heroes Reborn, Magneto and the Mutant Force, right?
Mm-hmm.
Magneto and Charles were forced to team up with each other about 5 years ago. Because the Squadron Supreme was just going to throw every mutant into the negative zone. So they had like a last stand, and that's where the mutant massacre occurred.
Oh, okay.
And a bunch of them were killed off, including Charles, right? So now fast forward to the present. Charles has psychically reached out to Magneto from the edge of like time and space, barely clinging on, begging him to like come and save him so that they can save their people. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna put together a team for a rescue
task
mission.
Force, yeah, the elite.
And then Hyperion hears about it. It's just like, no.
We're not doing that.
Yeah. So that's we've got Bradshaw on art, Nick Bradshaw. The B cover is Brian Benjamin, and the spoiler variant by Bernard Chang.
The one I'm really excited about. I'm excited about that. You know, I'm an X-Men fan. But Heroes Reborn Young Squadron number 1. Basically, champions set during the Heroes Reborn, but they're not called the champions. It's the same team. If you dig the champion series that's going on right now, you get Sam Alexander, Kamala Khan, Miles Morales. That main
Young
crew.
Justice.
Yeah, but they're the Young Squadron. They're basically Young Justice.
I love it.
In Heroes Reborn.
I love it.
They're out fighting for truth, justice, and the American way, which
Such
I love
a sucker.
that DC can't sue them for that.
Yeah,
you know?
I love it.
So yeah, we're getting to see them. You could make the argument that there are some first appearances here of these characters
in those roles.
These roles, like Kamala Khan is not Ms. Marvel.
Right.
Miles isn't Spidey on this team.
Right.
I don't want to spoil it. But so it's really cool. Carl Kerschel does that A cover. Okazaki does the B. Both really fun. So check it out. Yeah, get your if Jason Aaron got to write Young Justice, what would that look like? Well, find it out.
I love it. And then we basically get our Injustice Society. Here's Reborn Siege Society. I love it. I just love seeing
is a man who loves a gimmick, I'll tell you.
I do, man.
But they're really fun. It's
just super fun to see, like, well, what role are you going to fall into, you know?
It's basically like Amalgam Elseworlds.
It is.
Like, if you like
the
Amalgam.
The entire thing is an Amalgam Elseworld. That's the perfect pitch.
Yeah.
And I hate that I haven't used it.
Sorry, there you go.
No, thank you. Yeah. I'm gonna sell it. But Baron Zemo putting together basically his Injustice Society. The A cover is Lashley and the B is Ferreira. I'm really looking forward to that one as well. Just seeing what the bad guys are up to.
Yeah, you gotta see what the baddies are up to.
Some of them have been turned into heroes, weirdly enough, but some of them have just stayed bad, like Baron Zemo.
Baron Zemo, what world
He's
would Baron
bad in
Zemo
every
be
reality.
Good? You know, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what reality he'd be good.
I don't want to know. Don't do it, MCU. Don't make him a good guy.
Yeah. Oh.
Keep him bad.
Yes. That's it.
That's it. That's a wrap.
There weren't a ton of books, but I feel like every book that came out this week is very solid.
Yeah.
And you've got some really good, Blue Flame, Milestone, like Mr. Miracle. There's some big number ones that you do not want to miss.
I'm glad you told me about, that's going to be sweet.
Blue Flame?
I'm really glad that
you're
going to
love Blue Flame. Like, you have to pick it up. You're going to dig it.
Looking forward to that.
Also, great shirt. That's what we should have. That should have been our opening bit.
Oh, yes.
Very good.
Andrew got it for me.
Oh.
After I told him why I have arachnophobia. I got covered in spiders once. He got me a shirt about my trauma.
Okay, so we're gonna cut here so I can hear this story. I don't know. We have to make this video mature. Or
No. It's I was playing cops and robbers with my brother, and being the younger sibling, I'm always the robber. So he locked me in the shed that we did not have the key to. and I sat down and nested.
Oh, God. All right. Well, on that happy note, we will see you next week with what to come out next week.
Indeed.
You can see me Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern on the Ultimate Comics live show. That's the name of the Facebook page. We'll put the link in the description where you get the first dibs. Get your chance to get Blue Flame incentives, you know. We'll have all the ratio variants and a ton of really good keys. I have the first appearance of Poison Ivy Tuesday night.
Really?
Batman 181, baby.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so tune in if you want a shot at that bad boy. And if not, come see us in our brick and mortar stores.
Hey,
Go say hi to Harrison. Talk to him about his trauma.
Please.
Throw a fake spider on him.
Maybe not that, but you know.
See ya.
If you want to see me cower in fear, you can do that.
And we'll see you next week. Yeah. All that herb.
Yes. I have. Oh, not the way I make lasagna.
Yeah.